Hey guys, so I just came back from volunteering and I was volunteering at a food pantry. And I didn't know this, but they changed their home food delivery. So you can see it says emergency food home delivery. A few packages got leaky. And so because it was their first time trying it, they wanted reviews. So they asked the volunteers, hey, does anyone want to try some of the food and let us know what we think of it? Because with the previous home delivery food, I guess it was so bland that people were refusing it. They said it's way too bland. So this one, it's chicken cacatory. My pronunciation is probably off, but look at the ingredients: chicken, onion, garlic, bell peppers, mushroom, olives, tomatoes, white wine, and brown rice. White wine for food, for low income or people in need food delivery. I was kind of surprised. It's actually surprisingly tasty. This is how it looks like. It's not bad, but this is supposed to be one meal for an adult. This is not enough food. It is one chicken breast with a little bit of rice. The other volunteers that were with me, they were, hey, they were women, and the consensus was is that this is not enough food. I don't think this is enough food even for myself, just for a single lunch. And the way they do it is they give you 6 meals, if I remember correctly, and that's going to be enough for 2 days' food. So this would be one meal, that would be your rice, and that's it. You also get like a piece of toast for breakfast for one of the meals, but yeah, it's not too much food, but it's pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty. It's you can tell the vegetables here are frozen, but it's actually, if I tried this at a restaurant or something, I would say it wouldn't be bad at all. It doesn't look anything like some of the low income food that I've seen, for senior citizens in Hawaii. We have like a Lanakila Meals on Wheels. This is much better. So yeah, um, I like it a lot, but I think the people who will be receiving these meals regularly, they'll enjoy it as well. So my experience with the food delivery, I mean with the food pantry, was all hands are really needed. We got about 2 deliveries in originally, and I'll move the camera over to me so you guys can see me. Let's see. Can you guys see me? Yes, you guys can see. So originally I was only supposed to stay there for about 3 hours. I stayed there an extra hour because right before my shift was supposed to end, we got another delivery in. The first delivery, it was mostly like produce and um, it was mostly produce. There was like a bunch of cookies coming in. I mean, I saw so many cookies. They had like these big boxes of cookies, like 20 pack Costco size boxes, like this big. Yeah, big chocolate chip cookie boxes, individual packs. I was like lusting over them. I saw the cookies and I was like, oh, I want those cookies so bad. Yeah, so I've been trying to stay away from cookies, but those cookies, just seeing all those glorious boxes, yeah, it was good. So the food pantry works on a point system. It seems that depending on how big your family is, you get like points, and then for like the vegetables or like canned goods, it's like a certain number of points, and you're only limited. Like you can only use X amount on fruits. You can only use X amounts on like something like rice or so that way people can't hoard up and only take one specific item. If there's something like pineapple, they might say you can only grab one pineapple from like the fruit category, and that way there's like more than enough for people. But I was so surprised at the food pantry that there were so much bread. I had never, it was just like mountains of bread, and it, like they were giving out, I guess they're going to be giving out to people something, it looks like 30 hot dog buns or 30 hamburger buns at a time. And yeah, mostly there's like smashed whole wheat bread, white bread not so much, but a lot of like bagels, egg McMuffins, just very processed, very heavily processed. For canned goods, we were originally when I first went over there, they had me bagging. So I had like 6 items. One was tomato soup, tomato soup, and then followed by, oh my goodness, it was tomato soup. It was like I think mushrooms of some sort, and then rice, like a 3 pound bag of rice, a bag of grapefruit, and then a bag of apples. So it's supposed to last people, I think probably like at least a couple days or so. But when you think about it, it's it sounds a little bland. It is a little bland, but hopefully with the point system, people are able to work the meals, and that way it's not so bland. Yeah, but I think the food pantry being in that location was incredibly convenient. Also, when you have something like this food delivery stuff, it helps for people who are hungry. Yeah, so a lot of the volunteers there, they've only been helping out like 1 or 2 times. They had um, a huge walk-in freezer. They had 2 of them, but most of it actually got filled up with bread. I was Yeah, they wanted us to like put the breads in crates and just put it into the walk-in freezer. For meats, it was ham. Like you see a lot of like those, little, I don't know what you call them. Not like spiral ham. I guess that's what you might call it. Like spiral ham, and then you got like breakfast sausages and some, some canned tuna and some canned chicken, and that was it. Yeah. So there wasn't too much variety. It's like the really basic stuff, and I was pretty shocked that in terms of bread, it just like it was like the number one most populous thing in that food pantry for sure. It wasn't like tomato sauce or anything like that. I think that's something like, it looked like to me something like 30 cans or so of like tomato soup or like cream of mushroom kind of thing. Yeah, a lot of the shelves were pretty empty. It wasn't that full, versus like the bread was like overflowing. Like I said, it went into the freezer. It's just a lot of stuff. But I think I will be volunteering again in the future. I want to check out, there's like a food distribution every Saturday nearby where we live, so I'm thinking about checking that out. I don't have to sign up in advance. I can just go there, show up at the designated time, and if I'm there, I can just help distribute food. I think it's a good thing to do. But yeah, so one of the really touching things that happened is after I was volunteering, I guess one of the employees asked me, do I want to tour the place? And they were explaining things to me, and they wrapped it up and they said, if you're hungry and if you want to take any food, feel free, don't go hungry if you are hungry. And my confession is that I was actually hungry. That's just because I didn't eat lunch, and I was just thinking about those cookies. Those cookies that I was telling you earlier. I was just like, oh, I want those cookies, but of course, those cookies go to people in need, and I can always buy cookies later. So I did. I did actually go to the grocery store afterwards, and I bought myself a bunch of chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. For people who are thinking about volunteering, the more people that do help out, it's definitely better. Um, it makes things a lot simpler. I found out that the days that I went, which was today, Wednesday, they just like bag food. Tuesdays and Thursdays is when people come in, and because it's like an open style pantry, and like I said, the point system, right? Uh, they have the volunteers interface with the people who want stuff off the shelves, explain things to them, bag the groceries that they take, and also restock the shelves. I don't know if I really want to do that, and that's just because I don't want to be interfacing with people for a couple hours. I feel a little uncomfortable with it. It's not really because I'm a germaphobe. I'm just not that. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be like talking to people for that extended period of time. I feel much more comfortable bagging. Yeah, bagging behind the scenes, stocking shelves, um, wiping down crates. I got so much lifting done today. I feel absolutely pooped. If I look a little tired, it's because I am. The cats woke me up about 4 times today. Yeah, they Oreo wanted food, and then I guess he doesn't like the new food too much, so I've been mixing it with the old, and it was just he didn't want the new food as much. But he's eating. I know he's eating. I see the food going, but he's very begrudgingly. And Blackberry, she was asking me for food. Oh, look who's here actually. Oh, come here, boy. Look at this guy. I know he's not too happy with his food change. He is not happy. He wants his original food back. He doesn't want this, prescription food that has a consistency of Jello or Spam. Yeah. So it's I have been mixing it about like 50% old, 50% new, and that way it's easier on his tummy. But you can tell he wants his own food. He wants to have unlimited food. So I have all the cats on a diet, a slight diet. So I think the combination of new food plus slight diet makes them not too happy, because the new food is not nearly as tasty as the old food. And I know that they go for the dry food, the old one. They're very happy, and then when the new food, they smell it and they don't really want to eat it. I've been mixing the old food with the new food. Eventually, I'm gonna take away the old food once that bag runs out, and they have to eat the new food. And I think that's gonna probably happen in about 2 weeks or so. Yeah, I do have a new workout program. It's you know, getting plastic crates. You know the ones with the fold up tops, the storage bins. Yeah, that. Grabbing that, packing it in with like bread or so, and closing it up and then lifting it. So it's a lot of lifting, and I was bagging sugar. I think it was like sugar snap peas today. I had no idea that when you go to the grocery store, you know how you get your like peas in a nice plastic bag, but when you get it from the farm or so, it actually and it comes to the grocery store, it seems like it comes with like branches and the leaves and some of them still attached. It's not nearly as pretty as you get it from the grocery store. So I had experience with bagging peas and kind of like acting like I was working in a grocery store with all this produce bagging. And yeah, I have to say, it was, like I said, it was it was not something I would have done otherwise. I've never bagged produce or peas straight from the box, but yeah, so I did that, and I bagged. Like I said, I made those like those pre-packaged like bags of canned goods with rice and fruit and lifting, putting things in. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I stayed there longer than I thought, but I could see that there was a need. Um, yeah, if all the volunteers leave and then they get another food delivery, right? The employees would have to do it themselves, or the volunteers who did stay behind would be doing it. And it's definitely easier to do this kind of work when you have more people rather than less people. Yeah. So it was a good experience for me. I would suggest to you guys, if you are thinking about working at a food pantry, um, you don't do it. I like the ones that don't have commitments, like like a 3 month commitment or 4 month commitment, and you have to show up like every, let's say, Wednesday. I don't want that. I rather have it. I do it when I feel like I can. I don't want to work my schedule around this, and then if I have something else, like I feel bad because they really 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 need me. So but I do want to try the every Saturday one and see if I can attend that. I think it's going to be very straightforward from what I saw yesterday, because I mean, not yesterday, last week, since Lewis and I were walking past it, and I just happened to see this food distribution. It seems that they unpack everything from a car, and then after they unpack it, then they just hand it out to people. So it included like gallons of milk, and I saw so much cilantro. Yeah, cilantro. and some fruit, and it's like, take what you need. There is no judgment, and I like that idea. I like that if someone is if they're giving away food, don't feel bad if you're hungry or if you're low on finances. That's the whole purpose of that. Yeah. No, no, I look like um no. I don't think I'm a social. I'm so antisocial. I'm so antisocial. I mostly stay here, right? That's it. I just mostly stay in the apartment. Or I just go grocery shopping and then I come back home, and yeah. So I'm not socializing with other people really. But yeah. Would volunteering be good for the soul? Sorry, I'll be quiet. No, actually, I think it is, because here's the thing. Like, when I was bagging those peas, I was thinking to myself originally, like, man, I really suck at bagging peas. Yeah, but like the first 5 times I did it, you have to like spin it and knot it. I'm not used to doing that stuff. After about 30, I was telling people, like, look, my glove still gets caught up whenever I spin it and try to knot it. And all in all, I think it's important to help the community. I think there's people who are in need, and the people who go to the food pantries, right? There's they're very appreciative of the people who put these bags together, who stock the shelves, who put this stuff in the freezer so they can have it. And I really believe that it's very important that people come together and they help each other out. Yeah. Volunteer. Oh, I see what you're saying. Volunteering at a fish market. So I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. So they also, and one of the dishes that they had, besides this chicken cacciatore thing, they had like wild mushroom pasta, and I thought, man, that sounds super tasty. They had vegetable fried rice, which was really bland. And Lewis, I understand why you don't think fried rice is a main. Like, sometimes I make him fried rice, and he tells me, he's like, Erica, I can't just eat fried rice by myself. And the volunteer that was next to me who was trying the fried rice was complaining that it was just vegetables and rice.
It's not that it's a vegetable. Rice is a condiment. It's not a rice is
Yeah,
not
but
a,
I mean, like, I pack so much things inside of my fried rice. I put in
Rice
onions and peppers
rice is
and
rice. Yeah, but all that's a condiment.
mushrooms.
Onions, condiment. Peppers, condiment. Rice, condiment. You can't eat condiments. It's like asking someone to eat, some garlic and some oregano and shit as a meal. You need a meal. Like a meal. Rice isn't a
Well,
meal.
here's the
Rice
thing.
is a
So
condiment.
that was vegetarian, right? And they didn't have tofu in it. So I can understand, and they didn't have any tofu. There was no eggs in it. So I can kind of understand why you wouldn't see that as a main. Versus if you have something like, let's say, like chicken fried rice or beef fried rice, or you know what I'm saying? Like a hearty, large chunks of protein. I can understand how that could be more of a main. Um, Big slices of portobello mushrooms could help. Yeah, it could help. But then ideally you would put it on top, right? It wouldn't just be a stir fry.
Mushroom is half a condiment. It's still a condiment.
It's meaty, but it ain't that meaty. So, yeah. What is it? Why are you looking at me? I'm streaming. He wants me to get off his chair. Yeah. Go do something else right now. Go exercise.
Did you just tell me to go exercise?
No! I need my lunch.
Wait, she just told me to go exercise.
No.
I'm gonna do what she told me. I'm gonna do what she told me. You guys ready?
No.
You guys ready?
No. What is this? No. What? 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 No. This is weird.
All right. Exercise.
This is weird. No.
2,
I didn't want my students to
3,
do this. This is weird.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Okay. This is-
9,
What?
10.
Okay, that's it. Oh my god. I think all the blood went to my head. Oh my gosh, this is I just wanted to make a normal stream. You ruined it. I just wanted this to be a normal stream. And now people are going to be thinking, oh man, this was...
I can't sit in my chair in my own apartment. Go exercise.
Yeah, what? I was streaming.
I'll deadlift you next.
Huh? Oh, goodness. So... yeah, so anyway, yeah, if anybody has any thoughts about volunteering, I would highly recommend it. It isn't as, how would I say it? It's not that bad at all. Expect to do a good chunk of lifting and organizing, and yeah, but it's kind of minor. I like having that exercise. You know, you do some arm workout and pushing and stuff like that. So yeah. Good for the soul, good for the body, good for the mind. Yeah. What a show off. What a show off. Look at that guy. Hey, whoa, hold up a second. Go back over there. Go back over there. Here, go flex. Go flex. Go flex. Look at that. I give him a little applause. Look at that. He wants to show off his arms. Yeah. Well, I'm talking about volunteering. The influencer has to take that opportunity to let you guys know, 31 of you, because this is a very popular stream, how his arms look today.
I'm tired.
You're tired? Did you go running?
Yeah.
Oh. You want to try cookie?
I can't eat a cookie.
What?
I still have this crap to get rid of.
What crap?
This crap. Look at this.
Your shirt?
How is this?
You need to get rid of your shirt?
Disgusting.
You need to get rid of your shirt?
I have to get rid of what's under the shirt.
Hair? Oh, Kopaz asked if you worked out. He did. He walked through the door. I guess he went running of sorts. Yeah. So yeah, he wants to maintain his physique. For me, I love my cookies very much.
Citibank dropped today.
Yeah. Huh?
Yes, crash Citibank, crash.
Yeah, he wants certain stocks to go lower, but I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know. Focus. Yeah. So, I'm going to eat my lunch, and I also bought this thing. Look at that. South Mountain Creamer. Remember that whole milk that I really like? I bought the chocolate milk version of it, and if you look at it, it says non-GMO diet, focus, from grass-fed cows. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, it says non-GMO diet from grass-fed cows, direct from farmers and no growth hormone. It was $1.99. I was surprised how cheap this is. If you guys look at the price of dairy in Hawaii, it's ridiculous. I will never see this, grass-fed milk in Hawaii. It's good. It's good too. I always like milk. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I forgot to tell you guys, like I put down this milk. You know how I smash this milk on the table? You guys should smash that like button. I'm trying to make a smooth transition, Red October. I'm not as smooth as it like some people are. Hey Louis, how come you don't tell people to smash a like button of some sort? Huh?
Because I'm not a douchebag. You're
not a douchebag. You don't have to be a douchebag. I don't give a
fuck if people like me.
You gotta tell people to like subscribe and hit the like button.
I don't give a shit if you subscribe, and I don't give a shit if you like me.
Yeah, but if you give a thumbs up, Susan Wojcicki likes you more.
I don't want her to like me more.
Huh?
What? I don't like her. I don't care about her. I don't care about her friends. I don't care about her family. I don't care about her coworkers. I don't care about her employers. I don't care about the people that are going to replace her. I don't care. I think that's why people watch me.
You seem kind of salty.
I'm not salty. I'm a happy man.
Huh?
A little sweaty, but not salty.
Do you think you would be happy if people smashed the like button on your videos? No? Don't think so?
If I had to ask for it.
Okay, well,
It's like paying for sex. Like, there's no fun in it. People should like your stuff because they like it, not because you tell them to.
well, you gotta remind them. You gotta be like, I just started this video, and do you know what time
I don't
it
wanna
is?
date
It's
someone where I have
smash
to, like-
that button time.
I don't want to date someone that's like, oh, by the way, can you tell me you think I'm attractive?
No, you're not supposed to.
Can you tell me you think I'm attractive?
Huh?
Please tell me you think I'm attractive. It's lame. It's weird. It's like kissing your sister. Ugh.
Kissing your sister.
Yes. You don't tell people to like you. Gross.
No, you know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to tell people that if they see that thumbs up, they have to hit it so it's a blue, and hopefully they do the blue thumbs up and not the down thumbs up, because I don't know if it makes a difference, but nobody wants to get a thumbs down, right?
Down vote.
Yeah, nobody wants.
Erica gives me down vote very
I
often.
did not give you a down
She
vote.
tells me I give that down vote.
And what?
You often say.
You
down
know what?
vote.
If I have like a dislike on my video, I think 99% of the time it's this guy. I'm like, it's probably him and his his other YouTube channels. What? What are you laughing about? See, he's guilty. He's guilty.
MacBook.
What?
You say MacBook.
Is this a soft box on the left? What, that? No, that's a t-shirt behind me. That's a t-shirt because, some person has a
greasy Italian Guido head.
Yeah,
Ruins the
and-
furniture.
Exactly. So that's why we have this here over here. But when he
It's
does
Guido protection.
when he does his streaming, he removes it. And I know that because the brown couch that was over here. I was thinking, how come there's like a spot right here where the head is? And I realized it's because his head goes behind there, and I had to grab out some back out enzyme cleaner and scrub the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you eat? What do you have here for food? What's that?
Chicken cacciatore.
Gross.
It's pretty tasty. It's chicken, but I'm gonna be honest, it's pretty tasty. So if you guys are meat eaters, and I figure most of you guys aren't in New York, but if you do try this, or if you do manage to get this home delivery for people who are hungry or are reliant on like low income sort of thing, then this is not bad at all. And I think that it's really great that the people who do set this stuff up, they care so much about the people who are eating this, because it shows that it's not just giving them food, but it's also being mindful about what they want to eat, and it encourages them to eat this food instead of going hungry or spending their limited funds on food at the grocery store instead of taking advantage of a food pantry and utilizing it. I think that I think from the experience of me volunteering at a food pantry today, it made me very aware that people who need these food pantries, they're probably very, very appreciative of having it, and the people who work at them and try to organize things, they really do care about the people who pick up the food there. Yeah. So there was like a drop off from like City Harvest, if you guys are familiar with City Harvest. Yeah, and it's just like pallets of food. It was just pallets of food. I'm happy that we had about, I think, 10 volunteers today, including myself there. Yeah. And there's a lot of like lifting and packing and organizing and breaking down boxes, and, grabbing carts and loading things on a cart and then pushing it inside. Yeah. And the space of the pantry itself is not that big though. The freezers were quite big, but the space where they store everything, it's not that big. And I think part of the reason is they expect the food to go by quickly, right? It doesn't have to be like a warehouse, like a Costco per se. And they open the doors, people are gonna take the food, and just, they don't have to store it more than overnight. Yeah, it is really hot and humid today, so my hair has been greasy for the past couple of days, big time. It's just going outside, and it's like you feel like the heat just like stick to your hair. I really hate it because my hair just kind of breaks apart like that. It just, I don't know if I think they are. Well, let's see here. According to this, it says that emergency food. Oh, let's see. Emergency food, home delivery funded by the city of New York. So, yeah. I do know that they have people who do actually drop this food off in front of buildings. And I've noticed, where we live kind of close to some housing. And I noticed that sometimes I'll just see like bags of food in these kind of containers in front of apartments. And I didn't know that that's probably the same food that we were loading today at the food pantry. It's the same food that's kind of in front of me. And yeah, it's great that you have people if they're um, they can't really walk, or they have to stay inside of their apartment because, let's say, quarantine or health issues. You have people who bring the food directly to their doorstep and drop it off, and when they can, they pick it up. Yeah. There is an AC, but it's so hot and humid that it's kind of uncomfortable. We have the AC, I think, running around 68 degrees, and it's cool, but it's not as cool as we would like. But it's much cooler than going outside for sure. Going outside is like terrible. It's terrible. Have you seen the emergency just add water only video? I've heard about that. I've heard about that Red October. I've heard about that. Um, I've heard about that. I've seen it on Amazon. That's where I've seen it, and it was expensive. Yeah. What's the humidity? Too freaking warm. I don't know, but it's not good. It's for the food delivery. I think they do it. I don't know what days they do it, but it's a volunteer shift. They say to for the volunteering shift, they say that if you have a car, if you have a bike, or if you want to walk, you can distribute the food nearby. I do not want to distribute food. I do not want to go to people's home and drop off the food. And I know it sounds really selfish of me, but going out in the hot sun distributing food is not something that I want to do. I don't want to do it. I mean, just going outside for like 10-15 minutes is brutal. So the volunteers who are doing that stuff, they get huge kudos from me. And yeah, because it's that's what people need. People need people going out, either on their bikes or on a car or walking down a few blocks to drop off food back and forth. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. 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 So, so I'm comfortable right now just working in the, working, taking things off a truck, bagging it, putting things in a walk-in freezer, doing the lifting stuff. I don't mind doing that at all, but I don't feel comfortable with interacting with people, directing them, that sort of thing, taking things off the shelf for them, restocking during the same time. I just don't want to deal with that, because I know it'd be like really close proximity to a bunch of people, all trapped in a room. And when I talk about this, I'm saying there's no way to do like social distancing in this kind of area, for a food pantry. It's gonna be people walking right next to you, and yeah. So, but the one of the employees there did say, hey, come back tomorrow and see how the food pantry line is, and that way I can kind of gauge to see how things are. I might do that, depends how I feel, and I want to see how things are. I didn't videotape anything inside of the food pantry except that short clip that you saw me with the face mask and the apron. I don't know if you noticed, but I had no idea that when you wear a plastic apron, you have like a lot of condensation on your chest, because the material doesn't allow air to really go through. So it was like sweaty over here and then sweaty for the gloves. So, yeah, I don't know how Lewis does it.
Does what?
When I was in the food bank, I had my gloves on for about an hour or so at a time, and the first time I took it off, it was like all liquidy and gross and sweaty.
I have an air conditioner in my room.
Oh, maybe that's
Do you have air conditioning?
Yeah, we had air conditioning.
Real
in
air
there.
conditioning or like Erica's Hawaii weather air conditioning?
Okay, it wasn't like ice cold, but it was okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
I set mine at 60 degrees in my room.
Really? 60 degrees?
Yeah, when I'm wearing those gloves and I'm fixing a board.
No wonder why it doesn't look like, it's dripping out water from your glove.
No, the hot air station, like that, I'm right next to something blowing 500 Celsius air. It's hot. That makes it more tolerable. Let's see if this gets out all the wind noise in my video.
What? That's the mirror. Oh, we have. Yeah. He's probably thinking like, why are you showing the camera on me, Erica? Okay, don't worry. That's for your OnlyFans, right? Yeah, he doesn't have any OnlyFans, so I don't know what you would even do. Like, there would be nothing you could really show on camera.
Pictures of my dick.
Huh?
Pictures of my dick.
No, that's gonna be a patron benefit. Patron, because I don't want to have that many people see. Actually, wait, no, hold on a second. Even if you did a patron thing, that wouldn't work out because I'm sure someone would just share the pictures. Yeah. And plus, yeah, it would not be good. Yeah. Oh goodness, JP's here. Yeah. Now I was just talking about OnlyFans benefit. I don't know. I don't understand like the YouTube stuff where you have like that special like exclusive membership and I don't know. You can do like avatars or something like that, or buttons or emojis. Yeah.
Because there's a generation of people that grew up not realizing that you could get porn on using it for free, so they subscribe to Amaranth on OnlyFans, thinking that's the best they can do. They're getting gypped. They're getting totally gypped.
Okay. So you can do that, right? You could. But like, what would you do? Because I mean, like Amaranth, like she dresses up.
She has boobs. And an ass. I have neither. Actually, I mean, I guess I technically do, but I don't think they're worth $20,000 a month.
You have Guido hair.
I don't think. I think that's a net negative. Actually.
Huh?
That's a
What?
net negative.
You could have like close up of
Nobody would
different
pay to
hair.
see this.
You don't think so?
What was it Chris Rock said? Like,
What?
pussy costs money, dick is free.
Yeah.
Dick is free, Erica. Nobody pays for this.
Well, I'm not saying do that. I'm saying like show off your wonderful hair.
My wonderful what?
Hair. What? What? Unless you want to give them a picture of your arms. I don't know if you guys want to see a picture of his arms. Probably not. Probably not.
Creepier and creepier.
What? I'm trying to save your dignity. I'm trying to save your dignity here, okay? No, I'm not. Just you were flexing early in this stream. He was flexing on the camera, like that. So he's trying to show off.
That's because I'm trying to ruin your stream.
You're trying to ruin my stream?
Yeah, I told you, it's a net negative.
You think flexing is a net negative?
I think me flexing is a net negative.
I don't think so. Look, you flex on my.
Ask your audience.
Okay, you flex on my stream. I'm not gonna. I have less viewers than Eli. Okay, but if you do it on your stream, like you do it on a live random, you get like way more viewers than me.
Where's that little white USB thingy?
Oh, it's probably over there on the counter. Yeah, I'm trying to preserve his dignity.
I don't have it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try that cookie. Yeah. So I was sharing with people when I went to the food. Oh, thank you, Kopeth. Kopeth said Rossman Fitness Group win. I don't know. I think they wanted to make a gym inside of the store.
Everything's out of stock.
But it's out of stock. So that's why he's doing these ridiculous squats with me. I don't like it. Yeah. So these cookies I'm gonna try. I wasn't really craving cookies until I helped move one whole big pallet of glorious chocolate chip cookies. They were all packaged cookies, but like the kind in Costco. You know how they have those big packages of cookies, big boxes of cookies, and they have like 20 pouches inside? Yeah. So I'm gonna try a cookie because I was having that craving for cookies. I heard these these cookies are really good. They're called Jimmy's cookies. Finest ingredient, no preservatives, made with butter. I love butter very, very much. One cookie is 120 calories. It has 11 grams of sugar, which is not good. But I do love my cookies very, very much. By the way, did you grab lunch?
Yeah, I just grabbed something.
Okay. Have you guys ever tried the Etterman's cookies or something like that? I don't know if you guys if you guys have ever seen that, but in New York, I've seen it like Enterman's, Entermann, something like that. These cookies taste a lot like it. It reminds me of it. I'm not a big fan of those cookies. I'm not a big fan of these cookies. I'd rather have my microwave cookie. Well, it's not a very good cookie. Yeah. This tastes like Etterman's, except it's $4.99 for 10.5 ounces. So, if you guys were curious about that, that's how these Jimmy's cookies taste like. And I know because when I tried them, I was looking at the reviews of that Etterman's, and people were saying like, "Oh, these are amazing cookies," or I feel I have a craving for them whenever I move from, I think it's like the East Coast or something like that. I saw them at the grocery store. I bought them based on the reviews that I was reading, and they were subpar.
No. Oh. There'll be more if you get rid of your mess.
No, thank you. Do you want 2 lunches or do you have 1 lunch? Did you take No, I put a utensil in there, thank you very much. What? No, I always bring a utensil. You just don't check. How good is your vision?
2013.
I doubt it. Sometimes you can't even see the utensil. What else you can't
Sometimes she doesn't pack utensil.
No, I always pack the utensil.
Roll.
No.
See you.
See ya. Love you.
Love you too. Love you more if you get rid of the MacBook.
I'm not getting rid of the MacBook.
Don't love you anymore.
Huh?
Don't love you anymore.
I'm downloading your video. Your next video, I'm making a download. What a jerk. What a jerk. You think after all this time he would actually accept the MacBook, but I don't know, maybe he's just very intolerant of MacBooks for whatever reason. Oh! Yeah. This is the problem with my streams. Like, I'll start talking whatever I was talking, and then I just trail off, and it just turns into like a conversation with you guys. Oh, Tim Tams are amazing. I've never tried a bad Oreo yet. Not that I can remember. Yeah, so I was earlier in the stream, I was reviewing a chicken cacciatore that is usually delivered to people of low income. Because they're using a new company and this container was leaky, they asked the volunteers, hey, do you guys want to try it and give us reviews on that. So I gave my review. I thought it was great. I think it's tasty. I would eat it at a restaurant if I saw it. The only problem is that it's so small. It's small that I think you would need 2 of this to feed a standard adult. I mean, I would eat this. Okay, let me show you guys this. So, see this? This is my fork. See how small that is? This is not a big container at all. See, your rice is this much, and then you got like 1 chicken thigh, and that's it. Like, that's supposed to be 1 meal for you. I don't think that's enough food. I don't think that's enough food for an average adult, but It's supposed to be. That's supposed to be one meal, like either breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and it's not filling enough. Lewis, like if Lewis was eating portions this size, well, that wouldn't fly with him. You heard him earlier. He grabbed 2 lunches from me. So they need to make these portion sizes a little bigger. But besides that, it was good. Good on them for using a company that makes, in my opinion, at least this dish was tasty. And it shows that they really do care about, the people who would be eating this kind of food regularly, and they want those people to actually eat it and not decline food if they're hungry just based on taste. Yeah, so people were not using the other, people were not signing up for this food delivery in the past. Like they would sign up for it, and then after they get the food, they would just say, no, we don't want the food because it was bland. And I don't know how the other food tastes like, but I imagine, like, for me, like, if you have food that's kind of bland, I would just kind of torque it up with, like, hot sauce or some garlic or, garlic powder or pepper and Tabasco. But I don't know I don't know if people have access to those condiments. I don't know if this, if this would be going also to the homeless who do have limited resources. Yeah. So, but it's a good thing. Yeah, they donate. They give you like 6 of them, so that would be for 2 days only. And I think they have the food pantry Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think. Yeah, it's like if I had this at a restaurant or something, I would feel, fine with it. It's quite tasty. But you really can't go wrong. It's kind of like tomato sauce chicken. It has a good amount of spice on it. I heard that the vegetable fried rice that someone had, it was just rice and vegetables, no egg. That was bland, and yeah, I was just like, yeah, I would not get that. Uh-uh. Oh, good question. What is the portion size? Let's see. Let me move my cookie away. My disappointing cookie. Being honest here. Oh, there's no weight. There's no weight. But it's basically one chicken thigh. It's like this big. Yeah, it's like that big. So it's not that big. I highly doubt this is 1 pound. Oh, Clinton. I would want to eat a dessert bag after that or grab chips. I agree. I love chips. Where can we get this chicken? Well, it's for people who are low income or they have to stay at home. So unless you have like low income, I don't think you could get this yourself because they actually have people deliver it to people's apartments. Or I believe it's either they deliver it or people pick up. I'm not too sure, but I know they do food delivery. So yeah, it definitely looks better than the Hawaii stuff. Like I've seen the Hawaii has this thing called Lanakila Meals on Wheels in Honolulu, and it looks kind of, most of it looks kind of sad. Yeah, it's like scoop of rice, like some little chicken on there. It just, and like you can see it's like the frozen steamed vegetables. Even like cafeteria food. Yeah, that's basically how it looks like. The food that I saw today did not look like cafeteria. Like something like wild mushroom pasta does not sound like cafeteria food. I don't know how much they pay for each meal, or each set of meals, but that company, I think they're doing. I hope it's affordable, and I hope it's affordable because who wouldn't want to eat something like wild mushroom pasta for a meal, or chicken cacciatore, or They even had this like honey mustard chicken, if I remember correctly, and it came with cornbread. Yeah, like I thought that's pretty good. You know, I never tried that one. Someone else tried that one. Yeah, so this one they tell you please freeze upon delivery. See that? But I don't know if it's like they would get this every week or every month. I don't understand why you would freeze it though, because if you anticipate you're gonna be finishing this in 2 days, I would just keep it in the refrigerator, right? Um, yeah, I would just keep it straight in the refrigerator and then eat it, you know, my next meal or something like that. Yeah. Here, food factories donate excess production. Yeah. They should be doing that. They should be doing that. I think that's why we saw so much bread today. I was looking at the bread that they were donating, and some of them I was like Best Buy, June 18th, Best Buy, um, you know, June 25th or something like that. Some of it's expired. It's not, well, Best Buy, Best Used Buy is not considered expired, but yeah, some of the bread was like absolutely smashed. It looked pretty terrible, but you know, you can work with it. You can work with it. I think people don't really need. It's just like it was just kind of overwhelming how much bread there was, because there was not only packaged bread, you know, the loaves. There was also English muffins and bagels, and then pre-packaged. You know, like they it was like loose donuts that they had inside of more bags, and it's just like hundreds of bags of bread, donuts, and pastries. There's so much stuff, so much bread, so much carbohydrates. And I wish I saw more. I don't know why there's just so much bread, but I just, oh my gosh. Mm. Yeah, I wanted to ask the food pantry employees, how do you guys store so much bread and not worry about mold? And the way I think they get around it is because they're only storing it one day, right? So they get it today, and then tomorrow people are going to pick it up. So the chance of it growing mold overnight is not that bad at all. And if it does have mold, like someone would just throw it away, I imagine. But I was looking, I didn't see any mold on the bread, but the kind of gross thing about it is some of the bread that we were getting, um, like the donuts, or you can tell they come from a bakery of some sort. Not like loaf bread, but like actual like baguettes and um, yeah, different sizes of bread, different kinds of bread. The bags that they were wrapped in on the outside was really wet. Like it seemed like something might have leaked out on that during transport. Yeah. So it was kind of like dripping wet, and it. I don't think the water got into the bread, but the outside of the bag is just really like gross. Yeah. Uh, when you cart food around like that, it's not surprising that things get um, food next to it can leak, or I don't know where all the water came from. I have no idea. Maybe it was refrigeration. I doubt it was refrigeration actually. But whatever happened to it, at least the bread didn't get wet. There was this one bread that was put into a bag. I looked at it. It was like a square. It was kind of like a actually no, it was kind of like shaped like a wedge of cake, but it was like really big. It was like this big, like as big as my head. But the top part of it was like charcoal black. So I don't know if it's that piece was stuck in the oven too much, or if it was scrap. I don't know if it's actually really burnt or if it's just some kind of glaze, which I doubt. But yeah, some of the stuff you see there, it's like maybe they should have thrown it out of sorts. Yeah. But most of the stuff, like I said, like 95% of the bread there was like fine. Except a good chunk of it, maybe about 15% had like water on the outside of the bag. Oh yeah, fresh bread had to be made or sold the same day. Day-old bread is put and discarded. Yeah, that's for like bakeries, but if you go to like a supermarket, I know they're not replacing the bread every day. They have like a Best Buy or Used Buy, but for like small time bakeries, yeah, you don't want to keep pastries out for more than a day. That's why they have those like day-old bagels. I don't have any problem with day-old bagels because normally I go through my bagels like over the course of like a week. So, yeah, I never really consume bread or pastries the same day. I don't, I go home and then I'll eat like a little bit, or maybe I won't even eat it all, and the next day I'll have it. Ah, really? German bread? I don't think I've ever tried German bread. Mmm. Ah, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. Yeah. I'm gonna try another. I hate this call. You know, this is like made in, I think it was made in Jersey. Let me see, what was this made in? Made in, yeah, Clifton, New Jersey. Jimmy's Cookies. I don't know why people really like this. I've tried much better cookies around the place. This is not a top tier cookie. This is just like that Etterman's stuff. If you like Etterman's, you like this cookie. But if you want to save money, just buy the Etterman's. Don't buy this cookie. I'm trying to think if I've ever seen German bread. I'm reading Red October's messages. I have to say, you're a lot more witty than I am, that's for sure. But yeah. Oh my god, I just realized with 2 cookies that's 22 grams of sugar. Oh my goodness. It's so bad. And not including the sugar in this thing. So, according to this, half of this is 21 grams of sugar. I've already consumed half of this. 21 grams of sugar plus 2 cookies, which is 22 grams. That means just from my chocolate milk and my cookies, that's already like 43 grams of sugar. That's crazy. That's how I think like people get, like they have such high sugar and they don't even realize it. Yeah. But I did want to eat my cookie, so I'm happy I got my cookie. Really? People are marveling over German bread? I have to know what that German bread is. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen German bread in the supermarket here. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But I mean, like, I've seen like artisanal breads. Now you're curious to know what U.S. bread tastes like? If you're talking about our loaf bread, wherever you're from, your bread is probably better. U.S. bread, in terms of like the standard wheat bread or the white bread, you know, the kind that you have like for peanut butter jelly sandwiches, is really plain. Most of it, yeah. Really plain. I don't think the U.S. really, we're not known for our breads. We're not known for our breads. We're known for, what are we known for in the U.S. like pastry wise? Maybe like New York cheesecake. That would probably be it that I can think of. I really like cheesecake. Yeah, I'm happy that there's a grocery store like 15-minute walk away from us. It's like 15-minute walk away. It's about 5 minutes away from the food pantry that they sell that junior cheesecake. Yeah, And I really do like their cheesecake, but it's not nearly as good as, in my opinion, it's not as good as Venero's. Venero's is that bakery that was near 186, like a 1 minute walk away from the old store. So good. It was so good. They have like this Italian, they have like this like Italian cheesecake or Sicilian cheesecake or something like that. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. It's like the best cheesecake I've had. So good. But I can only get it from that bakery. It doesn't look like they distribute it in grocery stores, sadly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see what else. Broken bread, yeah. But I'm kind of worried about, the cheesecake that I like. It's Junior's cheesecake. If you were looking at it, um, if you look it up, they had some kind of issue with like the PPP loan. Long story short, I heard that, or it was like reported online that Junior's Cheesecake was supposed to close. They were like a month or two away from closing their doors. Yeah. But they didn't close down because they got the PPP loan. So they got, I think it was like something like $5.2 million from the PPP loan. And they didn't want to use it to pay their employees immediately. They rather use it as like a loan and then pay it back within whatever time period they had. Like the small interest rate instead. Some people were giving them crap about it. But yeah, it just made me think. Really, Junior's Cheesecake wasn't doing well. I'm surprised. If you're in like all sorts of, if you were in like a bunch of grocery stores, and you had like several restaurants that were selling it, like standalone places, Junior's Cheesecake, I would think like they were doing really well, but I guess not. I don't know how much their expenses are, but yeah. So who knows? Maybe in like come next year or so, no more Junior's Cheesecake. I'd be very, very sad. Yeah, I think they've been around for over 50 years. No, I won't say 80 years, but I might be remembering it wrong. Yeah. But cheesecake is kind of pricey. If you buy like a slice or so, I think it's like $8 at the restaurants, or if you buy like the whole cheesecake, it's like $40. And not too many people, I imagine, want to buy $40 worth of cheesecake. I buy the small little one. It's like this big and it's like $3. That's a lot more affordable. But they have cheesecake in the grocery store right now, the Junior's one. It's on sale for $11.99, and it's 24 ounces. So I was debating if I should go out and buy a 24-ounce cheesecake, because it seems like it's a really good price, and I'm curious. But is that a smart thing to do? Maybe I want to throw it in the freezer, but we don't have that much space in the freezer because Lewis's veggie burgers are taking up all the space. We have like so many veggie burgers, since normally what I do is I make him like some sort of like rice with vegetables. Right now I think it's like butter rice with like vegetables like zucchinis and peppers and onions, and then I'll put the veggie patties. I'll just heat them up on the frying pan and then put like 2 of them on top. So that's typically his lunch and dinner. Oh yeah, you're right. If they were selling more to restaurants, I would understand why they'd be on the verge of business. Yeah, it's gonna suck for restaurants. It really will. Like, I'm kind of hesitant on doing takeout right now. And it's terrible for me to say that, right? Like, they're reopening and they might say like, oh, you can support these restaurants by doing takeout instead, or try to stay away like 6 feet away from each other. But I don't feel comfortable really sitting at a restaurant for an extended period of time, like circulating air or anything like that. So you guys are talking about this German bread Schwarzbrot? I've never ever seen that, but if I come across it, I'll be sure to buy it, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. But I've never ever seen that before. I don't know if it's gonna be in New York. Yeah, it's hard to say, but oh, pumpernickel's a good bread. Pumpernickel's a good bread. Yeah, I'm curious. I will keep a lookout for that. So I'm going to finish my lunch because I think I've only taken one slice. I don't want to be chewing my whole lunch in front of you guys. I will talk to you guys later, and I'm gonna look at this German bread because I'm very I probably want to weep when I see how good German bread looks like compared to American bread. We just went to phase 2, but I haven't gone to restaurant yet. So I think I'll walk to a pizza place. Yeah, it's gonna really suck for restaurants. I don't know how they're really gonna recover. Restaurants run kind of lean. I think I might have shared with you guys that I was reading online that for a restaurant to break even, for a lot of them, they need to be at like 80% capacity on average. Because the cost of rent and then cost of ingredients, especially like if they have fresh produce, they need to turn it over, right? And if you have things like social distancing and you're encouraging people to do takeout only, most people are not going to waste their time doing that kind of stuff. Like for instance, right? You guys ever heard of that Peter Luger? Peter Luger, that famous steakhouse in New York? Well, they finally are allowing takeout. You know, they after how many years? I think they've been in business for like over 100 years or close to it. They allow people to do takeout. They allow people to do takeout and encourage it. However, how many people do you think are really going to want to take out steak? Like when you eat steak, you like eating it fresh, you know, on the plate, sizzling hot. You don't want to end up with a steak and then by the time you get home, it's kind of soggy or like not as warm. So for people for restaurants that have like high priced items, I'm not seeing how they're really gonna make it. I would not want to take out steak, for instance. I know by the time I come home, even if it's a 10-minute ride away from home, the steak's not going to be nearly as good as if I had it right in front of me at the restaurant. So it's going to be challenging, I think, for a lot of businesses, especially food places. People are going to say, you know, what's the point of eating out if you can't eat inside and enjoy it at the moment? I don't know. I would totally go to a steakhouse just for the steak. I don't really go for the environment. But if I eat steak, obviously I can't go with Lewis because Lewis is a vegetarian. So, yeah. But I do like a good steak. I do like I remember I went to Ruth Chris. I went to Ruth Chris and had a tomahawk steak. Oh my gosh, it was so delicious. It was huge and it was just like perfectly cooked. It was great. It was delectable. It was really great. It was really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. So, in terms of me being vegetarian, it's not gonna happen. I can't say no to a good steak. I can't like I like lamb, I like steak. It's just there's something about it, and I think also because I grew up eating like Korean yakiniku, you know, like the grilled steak where they have like the fire and then like barbecue meat. So you get used to it, you know. You have like the freshly charred. I know some people are probably getting triggered. And then you dip it in sauces and you have it as a communal thing. Everybody's eating, you know, meat and vegetables. And yeah, like I really like it. There was actually a Korean yakiniku place about 2 blocks away from Lewis's store. It was called Hee. I think that was the name of it. Me or He, but I think it was Hee. They went out of business shortly after the COVID stuff. Yeah, and I felt bad for them because they actually had their window broken too. I did a live stream where they said something like, we're out of we are out of business. Please do not break our windows, and they had a broken window. I don't know if that happened before or after they put the sign up, but I felt bad for them. Yeah. I'm not a really big fan of ham at all. Maybe because I haven't tried a really good ham, or maybe because I'm not a big fan of ham, but yeah, for me, I like steak, I like lamb, I like fish, I like sushi. Uh, I even like sardines. So that fermented cod liver oil that you might have seen me take yesterday on camera, I didn't mind that. It smells like sardines, it tastes like sardines, but it's okay because I like sardines. Will Lewis refuse to go even if they serve vegetarian food? A steakhouse does not serve vegetarian food. If if you if you are at a steakhouse, most likely I'd say 95% of the clientele would all be eating steak. So, but he would not want to go to a steakhouse with me for sure. I don't know if they even have any vegan or vegetarian offerings at a steakhouse. Yeah, I mean, I looked because I was my ex actually came to New York last year, and I think was it last year or was it this year? I can't remember. But he visited New York, and we were talking, and he told me he went to Peter Luger's with his friends, and he said it was really delicious, and it was pricey, but he really liked it. Yeah. So, if my ex comes back to New York, I don't know if he's still planning to do it, but he said he was thinking about moving over to New York. I probably would be open to going to Peter Luger with him. We get along. Bacon is not vegan. It's not vegan. It definitely is. Yeah. I have heard that they have like plant-based bacon. I haven't tried it at all. I haven't tried it. I don't really want to try it because I'm kind of hesitant about eating heavily processed foods. So even like spam, I won't really eat it. I don't really eat bacon that often either. Very, very, very rarely would I have bacon. So by me going out to a supermarket and buying like processed vegan bacon, I don't know if I would really be open to trying it. I mean, I would be open to trying, but I don't know. I don't think I would finish the whole thing. Yeah. There's also like mock meat substitutes like was it Boca Burger? Boca, I think it was Boca. They have like this fake meat burger, and I have to say it's not bad, but it's very unsettling because I don't like eating burgers that kind of taste like meat, but it's not meat, or they try to get the texture of chicken. It's kind of strange. If I want to eat chicken, I'll just eat chicken. Everything is plant based if you go back long enough. I guess. Animals eat vegetables, and I guess you could say originally it came from a plant. Secondhand vegan, the cow was vegan. Wait, well, hold up a second. Bacon is from pigs, not from cows. I don't know. I don't know what pigs really eat now that I think about it. Oh gosh, what do pigs eat? I know cows can eat grass, and I always thought pigs just eat slop. But I like no, they can eat like things like apple and things like that. Yeah, yeah. Bacos or very yeah. I'm not a big fan of like this. I rather have something like black bean veggie burger rather than like some mock meat stuff. But I did like corn, QUORN. I'm a big fan of that. Um, it's like some kind of like fungus mushroom or something like that. Fungus based protein. Surprisingly, really close to meat. Very close to meat. If I had it in a salad, I would not know that was plant-based meat. Yeah, they said if you want to properly dispose of a body, just feed it to some pigs or something, because they're just like nosh through everything. Yep, Joseph got it right. Yeah, that was good though. That was good, but there's only one store that I know that carries it, and not too many places here carry that brand for whatever reason. So I've only purchased it once. I haven't gone over to Manhattan in a while. Last time I think I did a stream in Manhattan. Last time I was there. I've been staying around, this area of Brooklyn. And that's one of the things that I'm gonna miss. If Lewis does move out of Brooklyn, we move out of New York City, and we move off to like some place 1.5 hours away or 1 hour away in a suburb, there is no way I'm going to be able to have access to grocery stores like I have right now. So I mean, I can walk down, right, and I can see like a grocery store every couple blocks, or for every block there would be like a little bodega, or there would be places I can buy food. I don't have to get a car and drive miles to a restaurant. I mean, miles to a grocery store. And that's something that I'm kind of like I kind of rather just, I want the convenience of the city, but I want the space of like a suburb. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think also because in like Hawaii, I live in the city. So I'm a total city girl. I'm used to just walking over to my grocery store, picking up my stuff, and then going back. If I want to go to a shopping mall, I could walk and go to the shopping mall. But if you live somewhere like Malvern or something, like, no, you need a car. You need a car for sure. And one of the things I brought up to Lewis is I told him I'm kind of concerned because some of these places, they're like 1 hour, 1.5 hours away. Right now it's summer, right? The weather's nice and cool. It's kind of warm. There's not that much rain. But how's it going to be like going on a buffet when it's winter, right? Or if it's rainy. If it's like 25 degrees weather, do you really want to be going on a bicycle for 1.5 hours or so one way? I mean, even when it's like that cold here, I don't like going on the buffet for like 30 minutes because it's just absolutely brutal. You get the wind chill, it goes right through your gloves a lot. It's really cold and freezing. Yeah, so. Yeah, it's kind of like a pain. It's Yeah, see, if you have like a bunch of shops around you, like a couple blocks away, it's a lot more convenient. But if you have to rely on a car to get around for groceries, it's like, if I want to buy groceries, I don't need a car. I'll just take the subway. But right now, like, I'd say all my groceries I buy it within walking distance, and I come back home. Yeah, but he doesn't want a car, but who knows, maybe he would get a car. But I don't want there to be any, because I think about it this way, right? I don't know how snow is in other areas. I don't know if some areas of New York is more heavy in snow. And I just kind of worry that what if you're driving, 1.5 hours one way, and then something happens and your bike breaks down, then what? You have to grab an Uber, and it's gonna be like a super expensive Uber. Super expensive now, like probably over $100. Yeah. So I think it's important um, to just keep that in mind. But right now it's not a big deal because it's sunny. There's no rain. But come in winter, I kind of worry. I kind of worry because I don't know how the road conditions are gonna be. I don't know how cold it's gonna be. Yeah. Yeah. So. So, yeah, but there's just something, there's just something really, it's just really nice to have all these like little stores around us. It's the location that we live in is really convenient, and it's just because, you know, it's like bodegas left and right. It's bodegas left and right here. There's just so much places you can buy groceries from. So we don't need a car here. Ooh, whoops. So we don't need a car here. There's no need to have a car. But when you move, probably have to get a car. I also don't like the idea. I don't think I could get used to the idea for just immediately. Like I said, I live where I live in Hawaii. It's just like 15-minute walk. Go to some, you know, grocery stores, and grocery stores are big grocery stores too. And if you don't have a access to that, you have these like little bodegas only. It's not enough. So where I shop, I go to bigger grocery stores. It's not just bodegas. A lot of the bodegas here, they'll just carry like basic stuff like green peppers, cucumbers, zucchini, mushrooms. That same thing. Like little bags of rice. That's it. You really need to go to a grocery store. So a lot of the stuff I do where I go to a grocery store. It depends where. Yeah, it depends because some of the stuff from what I've been hearing is that you need to take trains, or you gotta hope that the. I don't even know if there is trains in some of these areas. I mean, buses. It's just a lot of it's a lot of transportation that needs to be factored in. Yeah. But ideally, if I could pick where I want to live in New York, the best location, but this would be super freaking expensive. It would be a place in between a Trader Joe's and an H Mart. H Mart is a Korean supermarket. So if I could live somewhere where there's walking distance of Trader Joe's and H Mart, I would be very, very, very happy. Or even if it's like 1.5 miles away from each one, I would be super happy because I love going to Trader Joe's and I love going to H Mart. Yeah, so these two would be good. But for New York, if you're looking at that, that would be definitely over $1 million. And that would be most likely in a condominium. Yeah, it would not be in a house. You can find apartments less than that. It won't be $1 million, but you're looking at about, like if it's a rental, expect to pay about $3,000, $4,000 a month for rent. And then you also, if you own the apartment, whatever the cost is, you know it's going to be homeowners association fee that just goes up, 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 up. Yeah, so. Yeah, there's actually a place, I think it's called City Point. I'm not too familiar, I can't remember if that's the name of it. It's in Brooklyn. It's right next to a Trader Joe's. I think it's Gold Street, but I might be remembering it wrong. Yeah, so the apartment is right next to a Trader Joe's, and I was telling Lewis, like, I would love to live in that apartment because it's right next to a Trader Joe's. You literally go like, you know, down and then you cross and the next building is Trader Joe's. That would be perfect. It's like there's a Trader Joe's and there's a Target right next door, like right next door. But yeah, it's like $4,000 a month maintenance. I mean, not maintenance, rent, because you can't own the apartment. They only rent it out. So yeah, that's the price of convenience. But yeah, I really love Trader Joe's. I miss Trader Joe's, and I love H Mart. So if I could have both of those places in walking distance, I would be so happy. That would be like the perfect location. And H Mart, I found out, is kind of an expensive areas. Yeah, so you can't even buy like a cheapy place or cheaper place, right? A cheaper place near an H Mart. All the H Marts are in expensive areas, which is strange to me because H Mart is just a Korean supermarket. It's not like a premium supermarket. It's just a Korean supermarket. So yeah, that's what I want. H Mart and Trader Joe's. I was looking at all those locations for the H Marts, and I was so sad because I thought, oh, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. Yeah, there are apartments in the shopping malls. Usually the ground floors and the shops on both are apartments, but yeah, yeah. I like the idea though. I like the idea of like if you live high enough, you won't really have to deal with the people downstairs. That's my thinking. It's just so nice if you could just like go down from the apartment, buy your groceries, and instantly go back up. You don't have to worry about transportation costs. If you want to pick up something, impromptu, 8 o'clock at night, just go down and just pick up the stuff. Like walk out in your PJs. I'm not gonna. I think it's totally fine. Or walk around in your leggings and pick it up and then go right back home. Yeah. But it's such a rare thing to to find an affordable apartment. It's really expensive. So yeah. But that would be super convenient. Lewis does not want to live in an apartment. He's looking for a house. So my dreams of living right next to a Trader Joe's won't happen because there's no Trader Joe's that I'm aware of that is near a house or really walking distance. Yeah, drunk people, street musicians are similar. It depends on the area, right? Yeah, you might not have drunk people in all areas with the Trader Joe's or an H Mart. What? What is this? Apartment blocks with the fridge mounted in the wall with outside door where food is. Wait, Anja, where is this? Like, I've never heard about this. What is preventing a person just coming in and going from the other side and just steal your food? Ah, drunk people. Lewis has got pre-approved for a bank loan. Oh, delivery service. Okay, listen to this, JP. There's a delivery service. I don't think they do it anymore. It might have been 20 years ago. I don't know why they stopped. So you can have stuff delivered to you, and then your fridge is right against the wall. It sounds like, and then on the opposite side of the wall is a door, like a little lock door, and then the delivery person can open the door, put stuff in your refrigerator, and then close the door. So you don't even have to put stuff in your fridge. Your person who delivers milk or whatnot can just open the door and just put it in for you. That sounds amazing, but I kind of worry about it because I don't know. I don't like the idea of people buying groceries for me. Like if this like InstaFresh card or Fresh Direct. I don't like that. I like going to the grocery store, picking out my own stuff. Like I want a bigger bell pepper or smaller bell pepper, and yeah. Gosh, if that person saw the fridge right now, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff in the fridge." I have like kimchi in the fridge. I have yeah, vegetarian food. I have a bunch of eggs in the fridge. I got bone broth in the fridge. I got all sorts of things. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, if it's like something like a wait, JP, you would want them to get the most backdated milk though, right? You wouldn't want them to pick like the first milk. You want the one all the way in the back because it has an older date. That's what I do, at least. Yeah, yeah. See, Joseph, I'm the same way. Like, I would not want people to pick produce for me because I'd be like, how come I got such a dingy looking one? Right? If I picked a dingy one looking one, it would probably be because I know the other ones look worse. So I like looking at my produce and I like examining it. I like do the 360 on it. And then I'll be like, okay, it's good. But I don't want people picking up my produce. 3 day difference. Oh. Okay, so JP's, wherever JP lives, they must go through milk quickly. Ah. Oh gosh. A computer keeps track of what you use and needs restock. Yeah, I heard about those smart fridges of sorts. It won't work on me though, because I think I'd be like, wait, I don't want to eat bell peppers anymore. Like, don't restock me on bell peppers. I don't want bell peppers for the next 2 weeks. And my stores found for sale within 4 days of sell by. Actually, you know what? Let me check what this milk sell by date is. Do I see it here? Do I have a sell by date on this? You know what's... Oh, here it is. Sell by... Oh, crap. I can't see it. It's so freaking dark here. Is that July 1st? Yeah. I think it says July 1st. I can't see it because it's like kind of crappily printed, and it's on a brown label. But I think it's July 1st. Yeah. This is really good milk, by the way. It's South Mountain Creamery chocolate whole milk and non-GMO diet grass-fed cows with no growth hormone. Sell by. It says sell by. Yeah, grass-fed cows, so they only eat grass. I won't buy regular milk. I only want to buy this milk, the grass-fed milk. So you won't see me buy milk from the grocery store. I'll buy like almond milk instead, or soy milk, but the only milk I really like to drink is just this grass-fed stuff. It actually tastes much tastier than like traditional milk. You know, the kind that you buy in like the gallon size. So I like it, and I feel like it's nicer to the cows, and you support small dairy. Most chocolate milk, yeah, I agree. Most chocolate milk I do see is 2%, and this is actually whole milk. So this company, I think they only sell whole milk, because the milk that I bought to drink was whole milk, and this one is whole milk as well. And it seems to go off the shelves, so people really do like their whole milk. Yeah. I want to try raw milk though. That's what I really want to try. Um, it's hard to find it. Like it's not legal to sell it at a supermarket in New York, but I heard you can buy it from a small time farmer. I don't know where I would get the small time farmer to get me raw milk, but I'm open to trying it. Some people, they say they're allergic to milk, but they're not allergic to raw milk for whatever reason. There's some reason behind it, but I forgot what it was. And raw milk's also a lot healthier for you. What else would cows eat besides grass? Not all cows are grass fed. I have to buy a share of cow for milk. I think I would probably have to do one of those. You go to a store, like a co-op thing, and then you place an order for your raw milk, and then you gotta pick it up at there. Yeah. Raw, fresh. I don't think it's still warm. I don't think it's like heated up or homogenized or pasteurized or something like that. Yeah. So they don't yeah, they don't heat it up if I remember correctly. But yeah, it should be straight from the cow. Yeah, I love whole milk. I love whole milk. I don't like skim milk at all. I don't like skim milk. 2% milk I'm okay with, but this whole grass-fed milk is really good. I've tried whole milk before from like regular cow. I don't care for it, but there's something about the grass-fed stuff that tastes tastier to me. That's why I like eating grass-fed milk. I mean grass-fed butter, because it's tastier than regular butter. And I like the idea of supporting a cow that eats grass. You know, they go on the pasture, bask in the sunlight. They don't stay in the concrete, the concrete pens all day. They have more of a
happier life, I think. No, being more like a natural cow. Raw milk is illegal to sell for human consumption, so when you go to the dairy, tell them for your cats. Okay. Aren't cats supposed to be lactose intolerant? I don't think cats are supposed to drink milk though, JP. Whoa, hold up a second. So, Ikrezenik, okay, said that they had fresh milk before, straight from a cow. That's definitely experience. How was the milk? Because it sounds like you had raw milk. Let me know how it was. How was it good? Did it taste different? Oreo on milk would probably give him the runs, and he already gets the runs from, sensitive digest food and things like that. So awful. Really? It was awful. Oh. No, black beans are separate beans. I don't think they're roasted soybeans, but they do have black roasted beans. I think black beans are separate from soybeans. Very fatty and still warm. Okay, maybe it was weird for you because it was still warm. Like, I don't know how I would feel like drinking warm milk. I don't know how I feel about that. I like having all my milk very refrigerated. I wonder if you would like it if it was, chili. Could you tell them you're making your own cheese to make some raw milk? Yeah, I could. I could actually. Oh, talking about raw cheese, did you know that there's like some kind of Sardinia cheese? You guys ever heard about that? I think that's the name of it. But it's this cheese that has maggots on it. You know what I'm talking about? Like a fly lays eggs on it, and then it hatches, and the maggots eat the cheese, and you're supposed to eat the cheese with the maggots. Yeah, people say it's really tasty. Yeah, they say it's really tasty. I don't know why I was reminded of that when someone said cheese, but I'm kind of curious to see how it tastes. It's one of those things like YOLO, like you only live once. 1000% Lewis would not try it, but I would be open to trying it. I would be open to trying it. But I mean, like, I would just try like a small piece, okay? I don't want like the whole freaking maggot block. I love durian. I love durian very much. I really like durian. Durian's tasty to me. Durian is tasty. I like durian. I still haven't cracked open the surströmming. I have it. I'm trying to get like other people to eat with me. I don't want to be the only person eating the surströmming. But I still have it, JP. I still have the thing with me. And also, I would have to go outside. There is no way I can eat it indoors. So I'd have to go to a park or something. I wanted to actually eat this on Valentine's Day at like Central Park. You know, and everyone's like, I love you so much. Oh, I love you too. And go out, make my own like picnic blanket, and crack that thing open underwater. Yeah. I thought that would be kind of nice. But I know people would be like, what the is this? Yeah, you're supposed to open it underwater. I heard it's tasty. If you eat it right, it's tasty. Like you're supposed to put it with like, oh god, I forgot what, like onions or something like that. There's something you're supposed to eat with it that's traditional. Cream cheese, I forgot what it was, but my mash would like go to a park, eat it while holding. You can smell this. You need it raw in a mass. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I kind of just want to be lazy and not open it underwater so I don't have to carry a bucket with me. But I don't want the smell all over me as well. Because I don't want the spray. And I'm afraid I'm going to instantly gag. Yeah. What? There's some kind of preserved fruit with ants? Okay, this is like weird now. Preserved fruit with ants. What would that be? That'd be kind of weird. Wait, so is the ant alive? Because nobody wants like live ants eating on their fruit, Like, I'm afraid the ants are gonna bite me. No, no, no. I do not think I'm gonna gag. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna gag. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, Kopaz wants to try it. No, yeah. I'd have to do it like cheese or cream cheese or something like that. I gotta figure out a place where to do this. I'd have to figure out a place. Hi for video editing. Okay. Okay. I don't know if Hi would be open to it. I haven't found like who is the bravest one to try this stuff, this stroming thing. I'm totally down for it. I'm totally down for it. I don't think it would be that bad, and the reason why I don't think it would be that bad for me is because I like sardines. Like, some people think sardines are really gross, and you know, that fermented cod liver oil, people said it was really gross, but I don't think it's gross at all. I have no problem with it. So if I don't have any problem with that, and I don't have any problem with durian, I should be okay, right? Because durian is supposed to be terrible according to some people, but I love durian. I love that Southeast Asian fruit, and I like sardines, so it should be good. Okay, yeah, I gotta ask Sunny about that. Sunny, do you want to say this stroming thing with me? But we gotta figure out a place to record this stuff. It has to be somewhere that's convenient for everybody. Hopefully close to the new store. And somewhere where people aren't like super suspicious, like, what the beep is that? What would be convenient? FIT? I can't do it inside of the new store, no way. Stinky cat food on a warm day. Oh. Yeah, sometimes I smell the cat food, I'm like, ugh. You know, I heard it's illegal to carry durian on a plane. I don't understand why. I mean, like, to me it smells fragrant. I love, or it's like, you're not supposed to carry durian in a hotel room. I love durian. I mean, like, I smell it. I remember when I was in Hawaii, if we had it inside of the fridge on the balcony, I could be like 30 feet away and I can still smell that durian through the, you know, through the wall, through the refrigerator. Like, it's so fragrant. Some people will call it pungent, but I think it's so fragrant and I love it very, very much. Horse and sheep milk. Ah. Yeah, people say that they can be allergic to traditional like supermarket milk, but they're not allergic to raw milk. Man, this is kind of addicting. Now I understand why Lewis likes his chair. See, this is like a rocking chair. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to just, but it's kind of strange because it looks like something is like moving. Yeah, but it's kind of nice. This chair. Can you get to the roof of your apartment building? We probably could, but oh wait, can we? I don't know if I really want to go on the rooftop. I don't want to open this on the fire escape either, because people probably be like, what the beep is that? But I'm totally down for trying it on the fire escape. I just kind of worry about the smell traveling, or it kind of being shaky on the outside. Yeah, no cats are watching. Let's see. Oreo. Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me check. I think, where's Oreo? Let me find my little man. Oreo cat? I hope. Oh! Hello, my handsome. Do you hear him? You hear him? Oh, he's grooming his feet. I'm gonna let him be. He's right over here. Hello, Oreo. Are you good? You hear him? He has his food too. He just doesn't like his new food. He does not like his new food. He wants to have his old food back. It's probably much tastier. It smells more. It smells more alluring than the current food. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Whoops, hold up. Yeah, Mr. Clinton said hello. He was sitting over here, and then I was rocking, and then he went away. He went away somewhere. Yeah. I tried mixing the old and new. He's still complaining. The fact that the new was in the old. Yeah, it's like 50-50 right now. Yeah. But I'm gonna have to reduce that percentage, right? I wanna ideally get them on like 100% new food, not this old food. Oh gosh, yeah, you're right. The surstroming, it will reek for weeks. Yeah, if that happened in here, I guarantee you, Lewis will not want to live in this apartment ever again. Just be like, oh, disgusting. I know. Oh goodness. Oriole's done grooming. You know how I know? Because he looks like he's taking his nap. Oreo, you want to say hello? Do you hear him? He's meowing. Oh, look at my phone. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Come here. Say hello. He's so cute. What? Chonkers McKitten. Yeah, I'm trying to make him lose a little weight. It's gonna be a slow process though. I noticed he gained weight because even his paws look bigger. Yeah, even his paws. They look more chunky than before. Here. Let me see. Hold up. Hold up. Oreo, stay there. Stay there. Crap. Let me pull up. Does he look chunky to you guys or what? Oreo, do you want to sit up? Do you want to sit up, please? Oreo. Oreo. Here. So, you guys that are familiar with cats, I'm going to show you how Oreo looks like when he's sitting up. I know, he doesn't want to get up. Okay, Oreo. You gotta show off your body. Do you see him? Look at that stance. That, and this is the top view. I'm not really seeing his waist here. See that? He looks more like a sausage. So I am trying to get him to lose some weight. And he is fighting me. He just wants to lie down. He requires more food. I know. What is it, my little man, huh? What is it? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. That tummy. He is stuffed here. You see how wide this cat looks? Looks quite wide to me. He's very solid. His stomach feels very solid. I can't really feel his ribs. It feels like a whole bunch of paddedness. Yeah, I've seen worse too, but I don't want him to start losing weight because it's not good for him as well. He used to be a skinnier cat. If you look back in the videos from December or so, he looked a lot slimmer, and now he's just Even his paws, like I said, look thicker. Like they look wider. I don't know how that's possible, but his feet and his paws look wider. How are you? Does he sit with his leg not kicked off to the side like now? No, he usually sits like this. But no, but I've also seen him on the other side too. Usually he likes to lounge around and his belly is like in full display. I don't know if Oreo will allow me to do it. Sometimes, sometimes I can do this. What? What is it? Can I borrow your arm? Look at that. He's like a little sausage. You? I always tell him, like, Oreo, if you keep this up, someone's gonna barbecue you. Ooh. Woohoo! Noah passed the exams. Congrats! Maybe Lewis can rig something like that for Oreo. Yeah, he's turning into a chunky cat. See him. There he is. Oreo. You want to come over here? You hear that? I know, Oreo. I know you want more food. I know. He's not happy. He has food, by the way. He does have food in his food dish. It's just the new food. He picked out all the old food out. He's resisting. Okay, there's his stance. So his side profile looks like it's like a straight line. Yeah. And there he goes lying down again. Here he goes again. He is very chunky. Okay, you guys, I gotta finish my lunch. I haven't finished my lunch yet, so I will talk to you guys later. And I hope you guys are safe. And maybe you guys think about volunteering. Volunteering is a good thing. I do plan on volunteering again. But if you do volunteer, depending on what you do, expect to lift boxes, move things around. But it's good for the body, good for the soul, good for the community. Yeah. I know! I said that an hour ago and then I just kept speaking to you guys. I know. That's why my short live streams never ever work, because then I read what you guys say and then I reply and then I'm kind of curious what you guys are talking about. You guys speak about like German bread and things like that, and I'm gonna eat my food and I'm gonna look up German bread because of what you guys said. See ya!